Hello everyone, and welcome to today's special health episode. I'm Jeff Brightinghale, and today we're diving into something that affects millions of older adults' worldwide vision and hearing decline. If you or someone you love is entering their golden years, you know how precious these senses are for maintaining independence and quality of life. What many people don't realize is that nutrition plays a critical role in protecting these senses as we age. The good news? You don't need expensive supplements or complicated diets. Nature has provided us with powerful foods that can help preserve your sight and hearing well into your senior years. Today, we're counting down the top 7 foods scientifically shown to help prevent age-related vision and hearing decline. We'll explain exactly why each food works, how to incorporate it into delicious meals, and hear from experts and seniors who've made these foods part of their daily routine. Before we dive in, let me explain why this matters so much. As we age, our bodies face increased oxidative stress and inflammation, 2 major factors in sensory decline. Our eyes and ears contain delicate structures that are particularly vulnerable to this damage. The foods we'll discuss today are rich in specific nutrients that combat this damage. Think of them as your sensory protection squad. And the best part? Many of these foods work double duty, supporting both vision and hearing health simultaneously. Let's start with a quick overview of what we'll cover. Leafy greens packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, colourful berries with powerful antioxidants, fatty fish rich in omega-3s, nuts and seeds for vitamin E and zinc, orange fruits and vegetables with beta-carotene, beans and legumes for essential minerals, and dark chocolate for improved blood flow. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete understanding of how these foods protect your senses and practical ways to include more of them in your diet. So let's get started with our countdown of the top 7 foods to prevent vision and hearing decline in seniors. Coming in at number 1 on our list are leafy green vegetables. These nutritional powerhouses might be the single most important food group for protecting your eyes as you age. Leafy greens are incredibly rich in 2 carotenoids called lutein and zeaxanthin. Now, that might sound like scientific jargon, but here's what you need to know. These compounds actually concentrate in the macula of your eye. That's the part responsible for central vision and fine detail. Think of lutein and zeaxanthin as internal sunglasses. They filter harmful blue light and neutralize free radicals that damage the delicate structures in your eyes. Studies have shown they help prevent age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in older adults. As Dr. Najarati puts it, what's remarkable about lutein and zeaxanthin is that, unlike many nutrients, we can actually measure their levels in the eye using a test called macular pigment optical density. In my practice, I've seen patients significantly increase these protective pigments by consistently eating leafy greens, and their visual function often improves as a result. But what about hearing? Here's where it gets interesting. Recent research suggests these same antioxidants may protect the delicate hair cells in your inner ear, which are essential for hearing. These cells, like those in your eyes, are particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress. Additionally, leafy greens are excellent sources of folate, a B vitamin that's been linked to better hearing outcomes in multiple studies. They're also rich in magnesium, which helps maintain good blood flow to both the eyes and ears. Now let's talk about how to incorporate more leafy greens into your diet. Many seniors tell me they find raw greens difficult to digest or simply don't enjoy eating salads every day. Here are some alternatives. First, try adding greens to your morning smoothie. The fruit masks the flavor, but you still get all the benefits. Start with spinach, which has a milder taste. Second, try sautéing greens with olive oil and garlic. The cooking process breaks down the tough fibers, making them easier to digest. And third, add them to soups and stews where they'll absorb the flavors of the dish. For optimal protection, aim for at least 1 cup of cooked greens or 2 cups of raw greens daily. That might sound like a lot, but remember, you can spread this throughout the day, and we'll show you how with our meal plan later. I started eating more kale and spinach about 5 years ago when my doctor warned me about early signs of macular degeneration. My recent eye exam showed the condition has barely progressed, which my doctor says is remarkable. And here's the bonus. I haven't needed to increase my hearing aid strength in 3 years. says 83-year-old Mariah Riddlesworth. Now, if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, talk to your doctor before dramatically increasing your greens intake, as the vitamin K they contain can interact with these medications. Let's move on to our second food group, colourful berries. At number 2 on our list are nature's candy, beautiful, delicious berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, all are packed with compounds that protect both vision and hearing. What makes berries special is their exceptionally high concentration of anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give berries their vibrant colours, but they do much more than look pretty. Anthocyanins are potent antioxidants that help neutralize harmful free radicals throughout your body. For your eyes, these compounds help strengthen the tiny blood vessels that nourish the retina. They've been shown to improve night vision and reduce eye fatigue. Dr. Anita Bergdig, resident audiologist at St. Mary's Geriatry Hospital, says, "The tiny hair cells in your inner ear are crucial for detecting sound, and once they're damaged, they don't regenerate. Berries contain compounds that appear to protect these cells from the oxidative damage that accumulates with age." We're seeing growing evidence that a diet rich in these antioxidants can significantly slow age-related hearing loss. Berries also help reduce inflammation and improve blood circulation, both essential for maintaining healthy sensory organs. The flavonoids in berries have been shown to cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning they can reach and protect the neural pathways that process what we see and hear. Fresh berries are wonderful when in season, but frozen berries are just as nutritious and available year-round. Here are some easy ways to enjoy them daily. First, top your morning cereal or oatmeal with a handful of mixed berries. Second, blend them into smoothies. They pair perfectly with the leafy greens we just discussed. Third, try this simple berry parfait with Greek yogurt for a protein-rich snack that satisfies a sweet tooth without added sugar. And don't forget that berries make an excellent dessert alternative. Try them with a small square of dark chocolate, which, spoiler alert, is another food on our list. Aim for at least half a cup of berries daily. Different coloured berries contain different beneficial compounds, so try to include a variety throughout your week. I've been growing my own blueberries for years. It's become a hobby in retirement. I eat them almost every day, and at 78, I'm still reading without glasses, and can hear my grandkids just fine when they call on the phone. My doctor says my eyes are in better shape than patients 20 years younger, testifies 79-year-old Jermaine Billy. Remember that berries are relatively low in sugar compared to other fruits, making them an excellent choice for those watching their blood sugar levels. Now let's swim over to our third food group, fatty fish. Number 3 on our list might surprise some people. It's fatty fish. While we often hear about fish being brain food, it turns out these swimming nutritional powerhouses are equally important for your eyes and ears. What makes fatty fish special is their high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, or docosahexaenoic acid, and EPA, or eicosapentaenoic acid. These are long-chain fatty acids that play crucial structural and functional roles throughout your body, especially in your nervous system. DHA is a major structural component of your retina. In fact, it makes up about 30% of the fatty acids in this crucial part of your eye. Without sufficient DHA, the cellular membranes in your retina can't function properly, leading to deterioration and vision problems. As our specialist nutritionist puts it, what's fascinating about DHA is that your body can't produce it efficiently on its own. You need to get it from your diet. And while plant sources of omega-3s like flaxseed exist, the conversion rate to DHA is quite low. Fish provides these essential fats in their ready-to-use form, which is why regular fish consumption is associated with significantly lower rates of age-related macular degeneration. The benefits for hearing are equally impressive. Studies have found that adults with higher blood levels of omega-3s have up to a 42% lower risk of age-related hearing loss. The anti-inflammatory properties of these fatty acids help protect the delicate structures in your inner ear from damage. Additionally, omega-3s improve blood flow throughout your body, ensuring your sensory organs receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function optimally. Now, I know not everyone is comfortable cooking fish. It can seem intimidating, and some worry about the smell. Let me show you one of the easiest methods: parchment paper baking. This simple technique locks in moisture and flavor while containing any odors. Just 15 minutes in the oven at 400 degrees and you have perfectly cooked fish without any fuss. For those who really don't enjoy fish, high-quality omega-3 supplements can be an alternative, but they don't provide all the additional nutrients found in whole fish. Experts recommend eating fatty fish at least twice a week. The best choices are wild-caught salmon, sardines, mackerel and trout. These tend to be higher in omega-3s and lower in contaminants like mercury compared to larger fish like tuna. Celia Ridger shares, "We made it a habit to have fish Fridays after my husband's doctor suggested it for his heart health. What we didn't expect was how it would help our eyes and ears too. I've noticed I don't need to turn the TV volume up as high as I used to, and my husband, who was developing dry eyes, says they feel much better now." For vegetarians and vegans, consider algae-based DHA supplements, which provide the same form of omega-3s found in fish. And speaking of plant-based options, let's move on to our fourth food group, nuts and seeds. Coming in at number 4 on our list are nuts and seeds. These tiny nutritional treasures pack a powerful punch when it comes to protecting your vision and hearing. What makes nuts and seeds special is their unique combination of vitamin E, zinc, magnesium, and healthy fats. This nutrient profile makes them particularly effective at combating oxidative stress, one of the primary culprits behind age-related sensory decline. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that protects cell membranes, including those in your eyes and ears, from damage. Almonds, sunflower seeds and hazelnuts are especially rich sources. One large study found that participants with the highest vitamin E intake had a 47% lower risk of age-related macular degeneration. Dr. Sidney Cooper shares, "What I find remarkable about nuts and seeds is how they provide multiple protective compounds in a single package. For instance, zinc abundant in pumpkin seeds and cashews is essential for bringing vitamin A from the liver to the retina. This process is necessary for producing melanin, a protective pigment in the eyes. Zinc deficiency has been linked to both vision problems and hearing loss in older adults. Magnesium, found in abundance in pumpkin seeds and almonds, improves blood flow to the sensory organs and has been shown to protect against noise-induced hearing loss. Meanwhile, the healthy fats in walnuts and flax seeds help reduce inflammation throughout the body. The omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts, chia seeds and flax seeds, while not as readily usable as those in fish, still contribute to your overall omega-3 intake, supporting both vision and hearing. One concern many seniors have about nuts and seeds is their calorie density. The key is portion control. A small handful, about 1 to 2 tablespoons, provides significant benefits without excessive calories. Here's how to incorporate them into your daily routine. First, create a custom trail mix with your favorite nut seeds and a few dried berries for additional antioxidants. Keep pre-portioned containers ready for a quick snack. Second, add them to your morning cereal, oatmeal or yogurt for a satisfying crunch. Third, try making your own nut butters. This is easier than you might think with a food processor, and you can avoid the added sugars and oils found in many commercial versions. Aim for about 1 to 2 ounces or 30 to 60 grams of nuts and seeds daily. That's roughly a small handful. Remember that different varieties offer different nutrient profiles, so try to include a mix throughout your week. I started keeping almonds by my reading chair instead of cookies and pumpkin seeds in the car for road trips. My optometrist mentioned at my last checkup that my eye pressure had improved, and I'm convinced it's related to this simple change. Plus, I find I'm not asking people to repeat themselves as often as I used to. Antoine, a 77-year-old former principal, recounts, "For those with dentures or dental issues that make raw nuts difficult to eat, try nut butters, softened nuts, soak them overnight in water or finely chopped nuts added to smoothies." Now, let's brighten things up with our fifth food group, orange fruits and vegetables. At number 5 on our list, we have colourful orange fruits and vegetables. Their vibrant hue isn't just visually appealing, it signals the presence of beta-carotene, a powerful compound that's especially beneficial for eye health. Beta-carotene is a precursor to vitamin A, which plays several critical roles in vision. First, it's essential for the proper functioning of rhodopsin, a protein in your eyes that allows you to see in low-light conditions. This is why vitamin A deficiency first manifests as night blindness. Beta-carotene and other carotenoids in these foods also act as antioxidants, protecting the eye from oxidative damage. Research has shown that people with higher intakes of these compounds have significantly lower risks of advanced age-related macular degeneration. A key researcher for hearing and vision in the aging population adds that what's particularly interesting about carotenoids like beta-carotene is their role in filtering harmful blue light, which can damage photoreceptor cells in the retina. As we age, our natural defenses against this type of light diminish, making dietary sources increasingly important. And unlike some nutrients, beta-carotene is actually better absorbed when the foods containing it are cooked. While the connection between orange produce and vision health is well established, emerging research suggests benefits for hearing as well. The powerful antioxidant properties help protect the delicate structures in the inner ear from age-related damage. Additionally, these foods are rich in potassium, which helps regulate fluid balance in your inner ear, essential for proper hearing function and balance. One of the easiest ways to boost your intake of these foods is roasting. The natural sugars caramelize, enhancing the flavor while making the beta-carotene more bioavailable. Simply roast at 400 degrees until tender, about 25 minutes for sweet potatoes. These make a delicious side dish or can be added to salads and grain bowls. Soups are another excellent option, especially for those with chewing difficulties. Carrot, pumpkin or sweet potato soup can be made in large batches and frozen for convenient meals. Aim for at least one serving of orange fruits or vegetables daily. A serving is about half a cup of cooked vegetables or one medium fruit. And don't worry about getting too much beta-carotene. Unlike preformed vitamin A, beta-carotene doesn't accumulate to toxic levels in the body. Personally, I grow carrots and sweet potatoes in my garden, and I make sure to have something orange with dinner most nights. My optometrist says my macular pigment density is excellent for my age, and I still enjoy bird watching without needing to increase my glasses prescription for the past 5 years. One thing to note, the conversion of beta-carotene to vitamin A is more efficient when consumed with a source of healthy fat, so drizzle some olive oil on those roasted vegetables or pair your cantaloupe with a few nuts from our previous food group. Now let's move on to our sixth category, beans and legumes. At number 6 on our list we have beans and legumes, often overlooked nutritional champions that offer significant benefits for both vision and hearing health. Beans and legumes are packed with a unique combination of nutrients that support sensory health, including zinc, magnesium, potassium and folate. They're also excellent sources of plant-based protein and fiber, making them wonderful additions to any senior's diet. Zinc, abundant in chickpeas and lentils, plays a crucial role in bringing vitamin A from the liver to the retina, where it forms melanin, a protective pigment in the eyes. The landmark age-related eye disease study found that zinc, along with other nutrients, can slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration by about 25%. A research scientist shares that what makes beans particularly valuable for sensory health is their impressive folate content. Folate is a B vitamin that helps lower homocysteine levels in the blood, and elevated homocysteine has been linked to both age-related hearing loss and vision problems. Multiple studies have found correlations between adequate folate intake and preserved hearing function in older adults. The magnesium and potassium in beans help maintain proper blood flow to the sensory organs and support nerve function, essential for transmitting visual and auditory signals to the brain. Additionally, the complex carbohydrates in beans help maintain stable blood sugar levels, which is important because fluctuating blood sugar can damage the tiny blood vessels in the eyes. Many people avoid beans because they're concerned about digestive discomfort. Here are some tips to make them more digestible. First, if using dried beans, soak them overnight and discard the soaking water. Second, cook them thoroughly. And third, start with smaller portions and gradually increase as your digestive system adjusts. Canned beans are a convenient option. Just rinse them well to reduce sodium content. This quick bean salad combines chickpeas, chopped vegetables, olive oil and herbs for a nutrient-dense meal that comes together in minutes. Lentils are particularly senior-friendly because they cook quickly and don't require pre-soaking. Try this red lentil soup. It's gentle on digestion and packed with vision and hearing-supporting nutrients. Aim for at least 3 half-cup servings of beans or legumes weekly. If you're not currently eating beans regularly, start with smaller portions and increase gradually to avoid digestive discomfort. We started having more bean-based meals after my wife's doctor recommended them for her diabetes. An unexpected benefit was that my slight hearing loss hasn't progressed in the 2 years since we made this change. My audiologist says it's unusual for someone my age to maintain stable hearing without intervention. Jeffrey Lubbock shares. Beans also have a low glycemic index, making them an excellent choice for those managing diabetes, a condition that can accelerate both vision and hearing decline if not well controlled. Now let's move on to our final food one that might surprise you, but has fascinating research behind it. And finally, at number 7 on our list is a food that proves healthy, eating can be deliciously indulgent, dark chocolate. Before you get too excited, we're talking specifically about dark chocolate with a high cocoa content, at least 70%, not milk chocolate or white chocolate. What makes dark chocolate beneficial for sensory health is its high concentration of flavonols, plant compounds with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Cocoa flavonols have been shown to improve blood flow throughout the body, including to the delicate structures of the eyes and ears. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reaching these tissues and more efficient removal of waste products. One study found that cocoa flavonols improved visual function in participants, enhancing contrast sensitivity and visual acuity, both crucial for activities like driving and reading. The cardiovascular benefits of cocoa flavonols are well documented, but we're now discovering that these same mechanisms benefit sensory organs. The tiny blood vessels in the eyes and inner ear are particularly vulnerable to damage and narrowing with age. Compounds in dark chocolate help keep these vessels elastic and functional, preserving blood flow where it's needed most. The flavonols in dark chocolate also help protect the nerve cells connected to both vision and hearing, potentially slowing age-related decline. Additionally, dark chocolate contains some zinc and magnesium minerals we've already discussed as important for sensory health. The key with dark chocolate is moderation. It's calorie-dense, so a small amount goes a long way. 1 ounce, about 28 grams of dark chocolate, with at least 70% cocoa content, is enough to provide benefits without excessive calories or sugar. Look for chocolate with minimal added ingredients. Ideally just cocoa, cocoa butter, and a small amount of sugar. Many premium dark chocolates now list the region where the cocoa was grown, similar to coffee, as different regions produce distinct flavor profiles. To fully appreciate good dark chocolate, let it melt slowly in your mouth rather than chewing it. This releases more flavor compounds and makes the experience more satisfying, so you're content with a smaller portion. Aim for about 1 ounce, 28 grams of dark chocolate, 3 to 5 times per week. Choose varieties with at least 70% cocoa content for maximum benefits. When my doctor suggested dark chocolate might be good for my eyes, I thought she was joking. But I've been enjoying a small piece most afternoons for the past year, and at my last checkup, my intraocular pressure had improved. Plus, it gives me something to look forward to each day, which is good for overall well-being too. 73 years old, Denise Bello shared with a very profound smile. If you're watching your sugar intake or have diabetes, look for chocolate with higher cocoa percentages, 85% or more, or varieties sweetened with stevia or erythritol instead of sugar. These typically have a more intense flavor, but significantly less impact on blood sugar. Now that we've covered all 7 foods, let's put it all together with a practical meal plan. We've covered 7 powerful food groups that can help protect your vision and hearing as you age. Now let's see how you can realistically incorporate them into your daily routine. Here's a simple 1-week meal plan that incorporates all 7 of our sensory-supporting foods. Notice how we've combined multiple beneficial foods in single meals. This makes it easier to get all the nutrients you need without having to eat enormous quantities of food. For example, this breakfast parfait combines berries, nuts, and a small drizzle of dark chocolate for 3 of our 7 foods in one delicious meal. For lunch, this salmon salad with leafy greens and pumpkin seeds gives you 4 beneficial food groups in one dish, and for dinner, this sweet potato and black bean chili provides 3 more vision and hearing supporting foods in a comforting meal. Remember, you don't need to incorporate all 7 foods every single day. Aim for variety throughout the week and be consistent over time. Small, sustainable changes are far more effective than short-term, drastic diet overhauls. As we wrap up today's exploration of foods that support vision and hearing health, I want to emphasize that nutrition is just one piece of the puzzle, albeit an important one. Regular checkups with your eye doctor and audiologist remain essential for early detection and management of any sensory changes. Physical activity, maintaining healthy blood pressure, avoiding smoking, and protecting your eyes and ears from excessive noise and sunlight are all critical complementary strategies. To recap, our top 7 foods for preventing vision and hearing decline are leafy greens rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, colorful berries packed with anthocyanins, fatty fish with omega-3 fatty acids, nuts and seeds providing vitamin E and zinc, orange fruits and vegetables full of beta-carotene, beans and legumes with folate and minerals, and dark chocolate containing blood flow-enhancing flavonols. By incorporating these foods into your regular diet, you're taking proactive steps to maintain your sensory health and independence. Our eyes and ears connect us to the world around us, to loved ones, to nature, to music and art, to the small daily pleasures that make life rich and meaningful. Remember that it's never too late to start making positive changes. Even if you're already experiencing some sensory decline, good nutrition can help slow progression and maintain the function you currently have. Thank you for joining me today. In the description below, you'll find links to the meal plan we discussed, printable shopping lists, and resources for learning more about eye and ear health. If you found this information valuable, please share it with someone who might benefit. Until next time, here's to your health.